Good afternoon. Could you please all stand as we receive the graduates?
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. When we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now 'cause you don't have another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of the night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we make the big money, when we look back now, will our jokes still be funny? Will we still remember everything we learned in school? Still be trying to break every single rule? Will it'll bring about we be the stockbroker man? Can ever find a job that won't interfere with routine? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's our time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. Friends forever. Will we think about tomorrow like we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end. And suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we make the big money, when we look back now, will our jokes still be funny? Will we still remember everything we learned in school? Still be trying to break every single rule. Will little brainy Bobby be the stockbroker man? Can he ever find a job that won't interfere with routine? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's our time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. Will we think about tomorrow like we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end, and suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, jokes still be funny when we still remember everything we learned in school. Still be trying to break every single rule. A little brainy Bobby be the stockbroker man. Can ever find a job that won't interfere with routine. I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's my time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. Friends forever. Will we think about tomorrow like we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end. And suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be Jokes still be funny, we will still remember everything we learned in school. Still be trying to break every single rule. A little brain about we be the stockbroker man. Can't ever find a job that won't interfere with routine. I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's our time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. Friends forever. Will we think about tomorrow like we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end. And suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. When we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now 'cause you don't have another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of the night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs have it out there, can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end, and suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will his memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times
I would now like to invite Pastor McFarland to invoke prayers.
Good afternoon, all. A reading from Psalm 126. When the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, we were like those who dreamed. Our mouths were filled with laughter, our tongues with songs of joy. Then it was said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. The Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy. Restore our fortunes, Lord, like streams in the Negev. Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy. Those who go out weeping, carrying seeds to sow, will return with songs of joy, carrying sheaves with them. And indeed, this afternoon is a time of joy for our students, our children. Let us pray. Father, we give you thanks and we give you praise. We honor your faithfulness, your goodness, and your faith towards us, your favors upon us. Lord, many would have been the years of ups and downs, but through it all, this afternoon, as friends, as parents, as teachers, as guardians, we can all say, hitherto have you brought us, and we are indeed thankful and grateful. We thank you, Lord, that you would have provided, Lord, the many and varied resources for the parents and guardians to take care of these students who stand here to be graduated today. We just want to thank you. We want to acknowledge how good you have been to us. And we say thank you for being so good to us. Thank you for being so good to the Braids Primary School. Thank you for the teachers that you have enabled them, Lord, to help these students to complete one leg, just another leg in their educational development. So we say thank you. We just want to honor you and glorify you and say, take full control of everything, the remainder of everything that will be said and done here this afternoon. We give you praise and we give you honor for honoring our request. In Jesus' holy and precious name, amen.
Please remain standing for the national song.
Oh, Montserrat, dear motherland, your children raise your standard high in toil and tears to serve you well. Oh, emerald jewel from God's hand. Oh, Montserrat, my maid, you're blessed. To you, your children sing. Come Sing, come well, oh, oh, come friend, oh, foe, to you, people cling.
You can now be seated. Good afternoon again. Education Officer, Childhood, Miss Inez Thompson. Education Officer, Primary, Miss Mary Blake. Principal, Mrs. Yvonne Bray Julius. Management team and staff of the Breeze Primary School, graduates and parents. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony of Breeze Primary School Grade 6 Class of 2021. We will now have the report by the principal.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to accept the protocol. Principal's report, September 2020, July 2021. Bridge Primary School continues to move forward with its motto, aim high, the will does it, strongly complemented by its child-friendly motto, be brilliant, productive, and successful as the driving forces behind its commitment to stimulate each student to work to their greatest potential while acknowledging and respecting differences in each other's ability, whether it be academics, sports, or the arts, with ongoing effort to encourage each student to be responsible for their own learning. This report serves as a reflection of the reporting period 2020-21 and will focus on the key areas of the Education Development Plan as specific indicators from the 2020-2021 Schools Improvement Plan. The school year began with a roll of 147 students, 77 boys and 77 girls, and will end on Friday, July 16th, with a roll of 151, 79 boys and 72 girls. It started with a complement of 10 teachers, 3 assistants, 1 teacher who joined in October and 1 in November after returning from leave. The school then had 7 trained, 5 untrained, and 3 assistant teachers. Attendance for the 3 terms. Term 1, boys 96.2, girls 97.3%, average 96.7%. Term 2, boys 97.8%, girls 97.2%, average 97.6%. Term 3, as of last Friday, boys 97.4%, girls 98.5%, average of 97.9%. Term 1's overall average was 97.1 for boys, 97.7 for girls, and 97.4 for overall. The data shows that attendance for boys and girls are relatively equal. We took highest percentages per class per term. Term 1, grade 4, 97.7%. Term 2, grade 4, 99.4%. Term 3, grade 4, 98.5%. Grade 4 should be commended for their performance, their attendance, sorry. Support staff. Herman Francis, assisted by Delroy Joseph for music, Richland Duke Hackett, dance teacher, Ethan Collins, drummer teacher, and Therese Joseph, sewing teacher, continued the support over the reporting period. The support of Mrs. Gibbons, the guidance counselor, was quite welcome. We also say a hearty thank you to Mrs. Alicia Egard, who volunteered her services in this term. Teaching standards. Informal observations were done weekly over the reporting period. Each class received approximately 3 sessions per term. Only one formal observation was done for the school year on account of mishap in term 1 and lockdown in term 2. These were conducted by the Education Officer Primary, Miss Mary Blake, and the head teacher. Majority of the lessons were excellent and a few others fairly good. Immediate feedback was given for most sessions. Teachers were encouraged to keep up the good work and congratulated for their efforts by the education officer. Random checks were done of lesson plans, books, and sampling was done of students' books. In addition to the preparation of extents and lesson plans, teachers were also responsible for the preparation of weekly schemes. Child-friendly school. Child-friendly school continues to be a prominent factor in our day-to-day operation. Pep talks are given every Monday in assembly, where strong values are taught. These sessions are done by different education partners, such as the Montserrat Christian Council, past students, and young entrepreneurs. SEN. The SEN program resumed in September 2021 with 23 students ranging from grades 1 to 5. The SEN program has helped these students to achieve more through their individual and small group sessions according to their individual education plan. 4 students who were deemed very weak in their ability to learn and perform were taken from their class and placed with a personal assistant, Mrs. Anna K. Bryan. This move was deemed very beneficial as they are now working more independently and showing more confidence. These students were also challenged in doing art and craft by working on designs drawn on burlap and the use of needlework to complete these. Sports. Sports Day was cancelled as a result of the lockdown earlier this year. Students were involved in weekly sporting activities put on by the Department of Sports. School will host a mini sporting activity tomorrow so that they can have some form of house competition. Curriculum and development. The ECS curriculum for the four main core areas are followed. Training was then scheduled for all untrained teachers as well as teachers' assistants in these core areas to improve their performances in the classroom as well as to prepare them for teacher training. Teachers from other schools were invited to take part in this training. This training ran from October 2020 to March 2021. 90% of the teachers registered for the UE course, Remote Learning for Online Instructions, in September 2020. 8 teachers completed this course in January 2021. Education partners. We say thanks to the Ministry of Education and in particular Ms. Mary Blake, Education Officer Primary, and the other workers within the ministry. All of the departments who facilitated field trips, such as the Agriculture Department, in particular, Mrs. Mary Watts, who assisted with the beautification of our roundabout with the assistance of Cliffel Ryan and our very own safety officer, Earl Dowey. MVO, Water Authority, Health Department, just to name a few. To all the facilitators who came in to share with the students, we say a hearty thank you. The associations and individuals who made donations, whether monetary or otherwise, thanks. Montserrat Christian Council and other individuals who gave us pep talks. Grade 3 and 4 took part in the book parade put on by the Ministry of Education. Students from the school read for residents at the Golden Years Home and the Braves Nursery School. All students enjoy the readings done by the Reading Across Montserrat team. Spelling Bee was held in 3rd term. We had 2 finalists, Ahaya Towers of grade 2 and Sherlyn McNichols of grade 3. Learning outcomes and performances. Detailed data on performances will be presented to the ministry shortly. I will now present the termly averages per grade. Term 1, grade, I'm presenting the overall average. Term 1, grade K didn't have exams. So grade 1, 84.7%, 2, 76.3, 3, 67.3, 4, 65.3, 5, 63.2, 6, 74.1. A term 1 school's average of 71.8. Term 2, K, 89.2, 1, 84.3, 2, 70.2, 3, 70.5, 4, 68.2, 5, 68.7, 6, 70.8, a term's average of 74.6 for the whole school. Term 3, K, 88.7, 1, 77.7, 2, 78.3, 3, 65.2, 4, 67.5, 5, 64.3, and 6, 66.8. That leaves us with a whole year's average of 73.8. We are 1.2 short of what we aimed for. We aimed for 75% whole school, but we keep on striving for that. National exams. Grade 2 and 4 sat national attainment exams, and grade 6 had a placement exam in mathematics and the language arts. However, results for these are still pending. We are hoping that our students performed well. Reading. A new Salford reading test was introduced this year, which also tested the students' comprehension skills. Students who read above their reading age should not be tested again. The test caters to students from grade 1 through to Form 3 MSS. Activities for reporting period. In term 1, we had an open-air Christmas concert in the schoolyard, which was live streamed by GIU, which showcased our students' talents. We did our yearly walkathon on January 29th. Funds raised were used to help with the purchasing of games for the classes, as well as the treating of students on Heritage Day with local foods, coconut dumplings, saltfish, and vegetables, with local drinks and sugar cakes. This school year saw the introduction of the breadfruit fest, where each class prepared different dishes with the breadfruit so that students appreciate locally grown fruits and be introduced to a variety of ways of preparing them. Odd Day was introduced, where students were allowed to wear one odd piece of clothing. Appreciation Day, where students invited a parent or guardian to show how much they were appreciated. This year, because of our large number at kindergarten, we had 2 classes. Luckily, the teachers from the grades are early childhood specialists from different training backgrounds. We therefore experienced the gelling of British and Caribbean techniques with the delivering of outcomes. Mrs. Romelda Coward mentored Miss Rihanna Mead along with Miss Asma Mohammed, and this proved beneficial to our system, especially in the building of the phonic foundation and language arts. Miss Mead, also a specialist in this area, commented on the new techniques she learned in the process and says she will continue to apply them in her teaching. We hope to continue these in the upcoming year. We are hopeful that we can have our regular Heritage Day celebration as well as our students' authorship next year. It should be quite noticeable that although COVID-19 prevented some of our usual activities, it also inspired us to be more creative in doing other activities we stayed within the required protocol guidelines. In everything, we give thanks. Graduating class, I hope that you will take your toolbox containing all the tools that we at the Braids Primary School have armed you with and add to it as you enter the next stage of your academic development. For you see, the foundation is now completed so that the building process may continue. Remember the key values that we spoke about continuously. Be always respectful. Be responsible for your learning. Accept your mistakes and stop trying to justify why you did them. Be humble at all times. Now I'll read you a short poem. If you can't be a pine at the top of the hill, be a scrub in the valley, but be the best little scrub at the side of the hill. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a bush, be a bit of the green, some highway to happier make. If you can't be a muskie, then just be a bass, but the liveliest bass in the lake. We can't all be captains. We've got to be crew. There's something for all of us here. There's big work to do, and there's lesser to do, and the task we must do is near. If you can't be a highway, then just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. It isn't by size that you win or you lose. Be the best of whatever you are. God bless you.
We'll now have a short entertainment by the Steel Pan Orchestra. Thank you for this wonderful performance. Our guest speaker, Ms. Siobhan Chewett, is currently employed as a chief statistician at the Statistics Department within the Ministry of Finance and Economic Management. She is also a graduate of the University of the West Indies, where she acquired a bachelor's degree in economics and statistics, graduating with honors. She is also a recent graduate of the University of Southampton, where she acquired a master's degree in statistics. Siobhan Chewett is also an active member in her community throughout the involvement in community-based organizations. She is currently the president of the Montserrat Rotary Club. Siobhan is an avid lover of football. She also values quality time with her daughter and family members. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and give a well welcome as we now invite to the stage Ms. Siobhan Chewett.
Education officers, head teacher, Mrs. Yvonne Julius, specially invited guests, teachers, parents, graduates, good afternoon. I'm very pleased to be here with you today on this special occasion, the 2021 graduation ceremony for the Braids Primary School. Today we celebrate the many achievements of the graduates. I have been tasked with giving the feature address this afternoon to offer some words of advice to all graduates, focusing specifically on those who will be entering the secondary school this coming September. I will focus my attention on the students, but there are a few things that I must say to the parents and guardians. In fact, let me use this opportunity to thank the school's management team and teachers for their dedicated service in nurturing these young minds from kindergarten up to grade 6. Your service is indeed appreciated, and I believe that I speak not just for myself, but also with the agreement of the education fraternity and parents and guardians. Additionally, I would like to express thanks to the parents and guardians of the graduates. You have supported the school throughout, even more so during these unprecedented times of repeated lockdown and remote schooling. Your efforts to ensure that your child was not left behind in this difficult time is commendable. You have provided the necessary resources to facilitate their learning while motivating and encouraging them. For these and more, I say thank you. I gave much thought to what I would say today. A major learning point for me was a memorable quote. Leaders should always begin with the end in mind. What does it mean to begin with the end in mind? It means that I must tell you what I envision for you at the end of your secondary school life. My dream for you is a very simple one. I want you to successfully complete the Montserrat Secondary School. My challenge to you, however, is that you must perform at your best when your best is required, and your best is required every day. I will say it again. I want each and every one of you to perform at your best when your best is required. And your best is required when? All right. My investment in your life today is to give you a few tips for making this happen. First, you must pray for guidance and always give thanks. In this God-fearing society of ours, we acknowledge that if left to ourselves, we cannot accomplish anything. Therefore, in everything that you do, ask for God's guidance. Ask Him to guide your thoughts so that you may make the right choices. Ask Him to guide your footsteps, that He may take you safely wherever you may go. Do not worry that you cannot pray as long or as eloquently as others around you. You can just say, Lord, all I ask for is guidance, wisdom, and strength to do this thing, whatever this thing is. God will understand because he knows your heart and your needs. Always remember that through Christ, all things are possible. Always give thanks. As you look forward to going to secondary school in September, to the new uniforms, the new school, and the new books, etc., remember that some 10 and 11-year-old children will never have the opportunity to attend secondary school. In Montserrat, however, we are fortunate enough that every child has been given the opportunity to attend secondary school. History classes at secondary school brought about the realization from an early age that Black people were not the only people to suffer and to be enslaved. In 1834, slaves in the British West Indies were granted their freedom. However, at the same time, and for more than 20 years after that, white children in the United Kingdom were being bought from their parents and trained to climb and clean chimneys. These children, as young as 4 years and as old as 13 years, cleared the ashes and soot from chimneys. They wore no clothes except a hat which was pulled low over their eyes to prevent the soot from getting into them. This is what they did every day of their lives. They did not go to school. How does that relate to today? According to the World Bank statistics, there are 58 million primary-age children across the world who do not go to school. Thankfully, this statistic has improved over the years. In 1970, it was 131 million. You, students, you have been blessed with the opportunity to attend school regularly and receive the best education our island has to offer. For this, you ought to give thanks. You have moved through the grades from kindergarten into grade 1, and there up to grade 6. For this, you ought to give thanks. You have sat exams after exams in preparation for transition to secondary school. I trust that you performed well enough, and for this, you ought to give thanks. I say to you, students, in everything, give thanks to God, your parents, guardians, your teachers, and more. We have some serious improvements to make at the secondary school, but I say to you, graduates, be thankful that there is a secondary school that you can attend. Be thankful that you do have a choice not to work. Be thankful that you have parents and guardians. Make the best of the time that you have at school. Education is still the key to getting many people out of hard and difficult situations. Give thanks for what you have and do your very best to make the most of your secondary education. Second, understand that business as usual will get you nowhere fast. You must develop some good habits. You must put in more effort and energy in your subjects. You must read and make the best use of resources, internet, books, mobile devices, and the people available to you. Read ahead and answer questions that your teacher did not ask you to. You must ask questions when you do not understand. Teachers may be wise, but they cannot read your mind. Interrupt the teachers politely. Ask them to repeat when you have not heard clearly. Quiz yourselves and each other on various subject matters. Avoid procrastination. That is leaving everything for the last minute. Do not wait until the night before exam to study. A lot of teachers will demand from you at the same time. You must learn to manage your time effectively. You will also have to make sacrifices. This means that you cannot attend every function or watch TV for the entire weekend. I beg you, do not for 1 minute think that you know everything and you do not have to listen. William Shakespeare said, "Only the fool thinks that he is wise. The wise man knows himself to be a fool." Every day is an opportunity to learn something new. Take this chance to get the basics right. Investigate the topic. Write down the things that you do not understand and do your research. Challenge your teachers to tell you more about the topic by asking questions. I say to you with confidence, graduates, should you give it your best all the time, your secondary years of schooling will be some of the best years of your life. Thirdly, You must give yourself the opportunity to be the best that you can be. To do this, you must be true to yourself. You must know your abilities. At this point in your life, many people may have asked you what you want to be when you grow up. Some of you may know already, some of you might think you know, and some of you may not know and feel embarrassed to not be able to say something definite. I'm here to tell you all today that you do not need to know exactly what you want to be right now. At this very point, it is okay. There are many occupations that are not known to you because you have not been exposed to it. What I want you to understand is that everybody has different talents. Each and every one of you, you're blessed with a different talent. Your goal is to find your talent, to find out what you're good at, and then perform at your very best. When? All the time. More specifically, at the secondary school, you will be exposed to a number of subjects. At this stage in life, you should be discovering your interests. You will know if you like a subject or not. Notwithstanding, subjects such as mathematics and English language are important to any career. Do not be fooled. Note, I did not say you should make a determination on whether you like a subject based on the teacher. Good teachers are genuinely interested in your education. They want to see you succeed. They set high standards for you and demand that you strive to achieve them. And you should demand the best of your teachers as well. In the world that we live today, dare to be different. A man is not only known by the company he keeps, but also by what he avoids. Therefore, keep away from bad company and those things which you know deep down in your heart that are wrong. Young men, strive to be men of valor. Young ladies, put your education first. Motherhood is no easy feat. Don't be enticed by gadgets, vehicles, and lunches. Unprotected sex brings with it complications of sexually transmitted diseases and unplanned pregnancies. Don't for one moment believe that it cannot happen to you. Graduates, please. Sex has always been around and it will continue to be around. So it will be there when you get older. There is no need to rush. Wait until you're in a better state of mind to handle the many issues surrounding sex. Stay away from drugs. There's nothing that says you must try it once. You do not have to experience everything in life firsthand. You must pay special attention, observe other people, learn from the mistakes that other people have made. Be driven to succeed. Believe in yourself. I say to you, never give up on your dreams. The inspiration that brought you thus far must remain lit and enlightening to move you onwards and upwards. Let not your circumstances determine your achievements. If you believe you can achieve, work for it. Surround yourself with people who inspire you. But I take this further and suggest to you that it is important to surround yourself with people, family, relatives, friends, and role models who would inspire you to reach new heights. In so doing, you would have built that support mechanism that could sustain you during the ups and downs of life. Be determined to excel. Ability and dreams are not enough. It is said, all men are created equal, but not equally endowed. And to you, the graduates, you have demonstrated a high level of intelligence and competence. But may I remind you, intelligence and vision alone are not enough to take you to the next level. In other words, ability and capability would get you to the start line. But without purposeful action and deliberate pursuit of your objectives, you would neither finish nor perhaps start the race. You must continue to work hard at every task, on every occasion, through every test and every examination. And only then you can reap the rewards of success beyond your imaginations. As humans, there will be times when you need a break. Enjoy it. There will be times when you feel tired. Rest. And there will be times when you need to reevaluate your plans. Study. But in all, I urge you to keep striving for success. There will be failures in your life. Graduates, may I remind you that this is a part of the process. Use this as a learning opportunity. The road of life is filled with uncertainties. Sometimes it will be rough and sometimes it will be smooth. Sometimes you will feel motivated and sometimes you will feel frustrated. Sometimes you will win and sometimes you will lose. But I encourage you to remain focused despite your situation. I say to you all, keep moving forward, stay focused, perceive, think about it, plan for it, and pursue it. Wake up each day thankful, cheerful, and positive. For each day is another day granted to you to make a difference. Fret not about yesterday. Be inspired by the words of Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It will not kill you. It is the courage to continue that counts, graduates. Please believe it. In the face of all adversities, with the grace of God, keep pressing onwards and achieving. Keep pressing onwards to achieving your goals. It would be remiss of me not to talk about service. Be dedicated in service to mankind. Always look for the greater good. It's not always about you. I urge that in all your ambitions and in all your doings, think of the good to your neighbor, your community, our island, and the world. In doing so, you would be elevated above anything that money can buy. Service to mankind is service to God. Never grow weary in doing good. This does not mean that we should all be pastors and Sunday school teachers and the like, but every person has a role to play in promoting goodwill in our society. If you're happy to be a teacher, inspire children to succeed. If you wish to become an engineer, endeavor to be the best engineer there is. If you are an aspiring politician, desire to serve with integrity and compassion. Use your talent, time, and more in service to mankind to make your space, our beloved Montserrat, and this world a better place. In closing, at the beginning I said I wanted each and every one of you to perform at your best, and your best is required when? All right. Your success, which has earned you a seat in this spotlight of this graduation ceremony today, is not your final destination on the road to success, and not even one of the last stages of your education towards getting a good job in the career field of your choice. This is only one of the many steps that you will climb. I therefore encourage you to continue moving forward with a sense of purpose and conviction. Remember always, aim high, the will does it. Firstly, with God's grace, and then with the drive to succeed, the determination to stick to task, the dedication and goodwill to mankind, you can achieve great things that not only uplift the quality of life for you and your family, but impact positively and progressively on our little Montserrat. Thank you.
That was a powerful message by Ms. Siobhan. Graduates, I hope you understand and listen to the message. We'll now have a dramatic presentation. Give a round of applause for them, please.
Yo, the man I'm talk about now.
Oh, it's out. We're going to secondary school.
Boy, I'm nervous, you know. This is what I love to see. This is it. Your first monumental passage of your lives. You are moving from childhood into adolescence. You are becoming a teenager. And you hear me? I don't want you to go and follow no bad company. And you, be a leader, not a follower. Also, girls, I would like you to continue studying your books and don't get distracted. Graduates, here are some tips you must follow. You will make mistakes.
Don't repeat them. Learn from them.
You will succeed.
Succeed with humility. No need to call attention to your success. You will lose.
Lose with grace and plan for the next opportunity with realism, optimism, and hope.
You will win.
Be a deserving winner when you do. Congratulate those less fortunate with encouraging words.
You will hurt.
Welcome the pain as it will teach you more than ecstasy will. Recognize it as the low that allows for the high.
You will laugh.
Laugh with your whole body, mind, and spirit, for it is cathartic to the soul and all those around you. You will cry.
Cry with abandon. Sometimes nothing else works.
You will be overwhelmed.
Break it down into baby steps in writing, and the task won't be so daunting.
You will be tired. You will know it by how everything seems so bleak and everything and everyone bugs you. Sleep. It will all look better in the morning.
You will celebrate.
Enjoy it and remember that you can have fun and still be responsible and mature about it.
You will be lonesome.
Learn to love your own company, as it will be the only company you will have every minute of your life.
You will feel lonely.
When it feels like the rest of the world has turned its back on you, I'll be here to dispel the loneliness.
You will struggle.
Fight.
Fight.
Fight. Fight harder to overcome obstacles and challenges, for I have raised you to be resourceful and strong.
You will love. Love openly with all of your heart. If it breaks, it will heal, and you must love again. You stumble.
I hope you don't fall, and if you do, I'll be there to catch you. Everything is always okay in the end. If it is not okay, it is not the end.
Thank you very much. We'll now have Ms. Josie White to present awards and gifts.
Good afternoon, parents. Good afternoon, visitors. Invite Ms. Jamila Greenaway and Mrs. Ingrid Osmond to the stage as well, please. All right, the pleasure and the privilege would be mine to give the prizes for the grade 6 All-Stars this academic year. We start with prizes from the Ministry of Education, their school leaving certificates. We have a school leaving certificate from the Braids Primary School, and we also have monetary donations from the ECCB and the Braids Primary School that they would collect one time. Students, as you come and collect, you stop and you smile for a picture. Okay? Diego Benjamin. Natasha Blackstock. Oren Bob. Simone Bryan. Selena Chalmers. Anise Fergus. Tejon Grant. Jaden Greenaway. Mario Greenaway. Samuel Greenaway. Jason I. Hackett. Erica Hunt. Jesse Idiagi? Idiagi. I don't think I've ever called him by his last name yet. Amor Kelly, who is of Ireland. Kema Martin. Abdul Rafi Mohammed. Jadaika Peer. Fraylin Pozo. Cleon Richards. Gloidian Sanko. Tiana Sapleton. China Thomas. Chine Thomas. Cheviona Thomas. Tahira Thompson. Jaquito Tood. John Williams. Shanice White. We now go on to special prizes and awards. We have a prize from the Montserrat. We have a prize from the Montserrat British Red Cross for 2 students who uphold the universal principles of the Red Cross. Oren Bob. Jason Hackett. A prize from the Braids Primary School for the student in the graduating class who was deemed well-behaved, term 1, 2, and 3, Selena Chalmers. A prize from the St. James Anglican Mothers Union for the student who was very helpful, Mario Grinaway. A prize from the Montserrat Union of Teachers for the most responsible boy. This goes to Tejon Grant. We're going to ask Tejon to remain on the stage, please. He also receives the prize from BBC Radio and TV for the best attired boy. We now have a prize from Delta for the student who goes extra mile. Both student and parent are to come to the stage, please. This goes to Mario Grinaway and Mrs. Aretha Grinaway. The gown. Mario, don't go far. So give mommy that and sit to the side. Give mommy and sit to the side. We have prizes from the Bramble family for achievement in sports. This goes to 4 students, 2 girls, 2 boys. So we have Mario Greenaway, Oren Bob, Selena Chalmers, and Gloidian Sanko. Bank of Montserrat will be sponsoring 2 prizes for the grade 6 class, one of which would be based on the MSS exam results. So as results are communicated, the student will be contacted. They are also given a prize for the Valedictorian of the grade 6 class. That would be Miss Jasenai Hackett. Stay Jasenai. She also received the Outstanding Mathematics Students Award that was sponsored by Miss Siobhan Truitt. The GEM Foundation has sponsored an award for the top athlete in the grade 6 class. That goes to Oren Bob. The Rotary Club of Montserrat has sponsored a humanitarian award. This goes to Mario Greenaway. Montserrat Christian Council is sponsoring an award for the student who displays good moral values. This goes to Miss Selena Chalmers. We're now going to do the honor roll students. Honor roll students, there are 2 sets. They're the students who would have made the honor roll for term 3, and then they're the students who made the honor roll for the whole year. So we'll start with the ones for term 3. Jasenai Hackett. Tejon Grant. Shanice White. Oren Bob. Anis Fergus. Jesse Idiagi. Lovely, thank you. We'll now do the students who made it for the entire year. Jason I. Hackett. Tejon Grant. Shanice White. Jesse Idiagi. Oren Bob. Okay. Lastly, we have prizes for top performer in the core areas. These prizes will be collected at school in mathematics, language arts, and science. Jason I. Hackett. In social studies, Tejon Grant. Thank you.
I would like to now tell Teacher Jose, could you please stay on the stage?
Come stand here. Thank you. Good evening, graduates, parents, guardians. Someone once said, teachers encourage minds to think, hands to create, and hearts to love. The teachers at the Braids Primary School have worked tirelessly to mold these students graduating here today, and we wish to say thank you. A special thank you to Teacher Jose for your hard work, your continuous efforts in supporting and encouraging the students. Kudos to you on your innovation, especially during the lockdown period, in order to ensure that the students did not fall behind. I was quite happy to see Diego viewing a PowerPoint presentation with your voice explaining the lesson. Quite interesting. So on behalf of the students of the graduating class of 2021 and parents, we wish to express our thanks with a small token of appreciation. Let us just say, what you wanted, you've gotten.
We'll now have the valedictorian speech by Jason I. Hackett.
Before Jason I come, sorry, We need to invite Miss Siobhan Truitt to the stage, please, and Oren Bob. Miss Truitt is here? Oh, right. We'd like to say thank you to Miss Truitt for her words of wisdom. I'm sure they would have spoken to both parents and students this evening.
Jason I. Hackett, valedictorian speech.
Good afternoon. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This Chinese proverb accurately describes the school life. In this life, we are not islands, but interdependent on each other. James McDonald reminds us that gratitude is the attitude that sets altitude for living. With this in mind, I would like to recognize the key players who have contributed to my success. Firstly, God Almighty has been extremely good to every one of us. He has kept us safe during COVID-19 outbreaks. He has allowed us to continue our educational journey with minimal distributions, unlike in many of our neighboring countries. Though the time is difficult, God has provided and blessed us materially as well as with his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Thank you, God, for your many blessings on us. Secondly, family is one of the most important keys to success. They are your foundation, your support, your lab rats, your sounding board. They will push you to do your best, to complete whatever you begin, to aim high. They would pick you up when you fall, dry your tears when you cry, and follow closely behind you until they know you are steady on your feet. Thank you to our scolding parents, praying grandparents, spoiling aunts and uncles, challenging siblings and cousins. As we continue on this journey, please continue to guide our success. In our home away from home, it is the teachers who wear many hats. They not only help us to learn new things and perfect those we already know, but are our doctors, lawyers, judges, juries, nurses, aunties, and our friends. They try their best to prepare us for the next stage of our educational journey and life in general. They cry with us when we fail and celebrate all our successes as if they were their own. Thank you, teachers, for your invaluable support over the years at the Braids Primary School. To my fellow graduates, the past is behind us, the present is here, and the future is a mystery waiting to be discovered. So let us leave all negativity in the past and journey onwards with a positive attitude and a healthy desire to achieve goals. The sky is our limit, so aim high, the will does it. As we move on from the Braids Primary School to the Montserrat Secondary School, remember to always be brilliant, productive, and strive for success. Thank you.
We'll now have a dance by the graduating class.
Ladies and gentlemen, this here's another one for the steppers. DJ Wayne Williams, put the record on. Playing our favorite groove, we stand to win the whole night through. And what do when we're all dressed up and in the mood? We stand to what a stepper's groove. Where do we go soon as the weekend gets here? The club, why? To party and have some fun. What is it that can come and take away all your stress? Tell me. Music. Of all the questions you have passed my test. Happy people. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Keeps the world turning. Oh, yeah. Turning. I believe that happy people. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Keeps us all dancing, dancing, dancing. Whoa. Happy people. When a feeling has come over you, you let go and what? Let it take control. Ladies, what do you say when a gentleman asks you to dance? You say yes and then get on the dance floor. Even when it seems we're going through some hard times, what do? Keep smiling, 'cause we know we're gonna make it through. Now, what is it that can come and take away all your stress? Tell me. Music. All the questions you have passed my test. Happy people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep us stepping. Keep us stepping. Stepping. Happy people. Oh, keeps us moving. I just wanna get dressed and go out. Yeah. I wanna get dressed. I wanna go out. Can you tell me where the spot is? Where the party's all night. Everybody's having a good time. I wanna get nice. I wanna get live. Can you tell me where the spot is? Take me to that place where there ain't nothing but happy. Whoa, happy. Oh, happy. Happy. Happy people. Yeah. They keep the world turning, turning. I'm talking about happy people. Yeah. They keep the world dancing, dancing, yeah. Dancing. Ooh, happy people. I know. Keep the world stepping, stepping, yeah. Stepping. Nothing but happy people. Yeah. Keeps the world all right. Now if you wanna step, you gotta play it by the rules. You gotta do what I do when I do what I do. Now, step to the left, step to the right, spin around and break it down tonight. Bring it on up, moving close, and let me see you and your partner stroll. Step to the left, step to the right, spin around and break it down tonight. Bring it on up, moving close, and let me see you and your partner stroll. Step to the left, step to the right, spin around and break it down tonight. Bring it on up, moving close, and let me see you and your partner stroll.
Remain on stage, remain on stage, remain on stage. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, parents, well-wishers, I present to you the graduating class of the Braids Primary School, the the grade 6 All-Stars. Change your tassels from left to right. Change your tassel from left to right. Change your tassel from left to right. Right. Or from right to left. However you had it. All right. Y'all could go ahead. Okay, you can leave the stage and Tejon will come back and do his vote of thanks.
Good evening. An event of such magnitude does not come together overnight. The wheels have to start rolling months in advance. We know that we cannot thank everyone enough for their involvement and the willingness they have shown to take on tasks beyond their comfort zones. However, we want you to know that we are deeply appreciative of your support. It is a great pleasure and my privilege to stand here and deliver today's vote of thanks. I would like to extend my thanks to everyone for coming and for making this event significant and memorable, including those attending virtually. A big congratulations to my fellow graduates on this, our momentous achievement. Your hard work, our hard work, has brought us to this moment. It is often said that gratitude is the attitude that takes you to your altitude. And so, on behalf of the graduates, persons present, and those joining us virtually, I will take this opportunity to thank all of you for the help you have rendered to us over the years. Allow me to begin by thanking the Almighty God. Without Him, we wouldn't have been present here today. Our chairperson for today, proceeding teacher Asma Mohammed, thank you for cheering today. Our guest speaker, Shibon Tuit, thank you for your very insightful speech. We will continue to think on those words. And to our classmate, Jesenai Hackett, thank you for your well wishes. We also extend our gratitude to the vice principal and teachers, the principal, vice principal, and teachers of the Braids Primary School. Over the years, we have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated, dedicated, and qualified teachers. With their wealth of knowledge and experience, they have given us deep-rooted foundations. They have stimulated us to think more critically, be innovative, and independent, while at the same time ensuring that we learned how to act with empathy, compassion, and respect. For this, we owe them a huge debt of gratitude. Our supportive parents, we can never repay you for all that you have done for us over the years. We know it isn't an easy task, but you have never given up on us, and for that we say thank you and we love you. Invited guests, thank you for coming to share in our special moments. Thank you.
We have come to the end of this graduation ceremony. I hope everybody was proud of their child, and I would like to thank everybody for attending again.
Making love was just fun. Those days are gone.